Hello, people. I wasn't sure if a puppy had got my my camera lens, so it's like I am covered in puppy. German Shepherd puppy. Cutest thing on the planet. She's on the thumbnail. So it looks like they are filming something here at the base of the pyramid, go figure. So I guess I'll have to bug them on the other door. So maybe trying to revive the neighborhood. Well, the speakeasies are still here, go figure. Hi, Itsuki. How are you? Good night to other people who might be on here. So, let's see. Let's zoom in. It doesn't always have to be about them. Let's see. I'm starting to figure out this background thing. That's a big light. I hadn't heard anybody talk about it. So maybe it's just a commercial. It's very possible. A political commercial? Possibly. Couldn't always ask them inside, but the good part is they're far enough away. Aw, did I miss you? Oh, you must have saw the car. Either that or you got into the live and you found out where I was and found out that the artists aren't close enough to us, so I can actually talk like this through here today. That's what I forgot. I forgot cult things. Damn it. And then there's people who'll use their horns anytime they get. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss the life you had before now? Do you wish you could do something completely different with your life? Like live one instead of doing what they want you to do? I wonder if you made your numbers. Considering how grouchy you are right now by having the doors done already, I would assume probably not. That's a shame. It should not be your focus every week that if you make enough money for the organization, that the world will be okay. Everything I say is in my opinion. It is not proven fact. It is not proven fiction. It is my opinion of what I consider my world. Hi, sitting. So don't you wish you were out here so you could watch the people filming across the street? I'm sure it's interesting. I'm sure it'd be fun to watch with like a latte in your hand and talk about what they're doing or what they're doing wrong or how they can get it better. You know, because you guys do know everything supposedly. And if you didn't make your numbers this week, does that mean you have to stay on the phone for the rest of the time you're here to try to start new numbers for next week? When do you get course time in? That's a sincere question. Sorry, I have my cough drop in my mouth. Because you shouldn't have all of that paraphernalia without being able to use it. Yes. It was expensive the first time you bought it, I'm sure. So I don't know why you aren't referring back to it or why you can't talk to other people about it. Wouldn't it be fun to be able to have conversations with people about the course you're on if they're on the same course? You know, you can try that one. Get the people who are on the same course you're on and all go into a certain room and then sit there and discuss it and discover the pros and cons and see if this is really something for you, because it really may not be. Not for the fact of maybe it's hard to understand and hard to put in process, but it just may not be what you believe in at the moment. It's possible. You know, most organizations let you leave if you don't like what they're doing. This one should be able to let you leave. And most organizations don't charge you money to leave. They may charge you the uniform that you came in with because they gave it to you. But if you've paid for everything, minus the coursework you haven't taken, that should be yours. If you're a street person, if you're a Sea Org, that pretty much should come with the territory, straight up exchange, because making $53 a week is not anywhere near the normal price a person pays for a week. Burritos cost $14 now. That is pretty much everywhere. I haven't seen a burrito below $12. So if you ate out every night, or even if you ate half of your burrito, that would be $30 just for 5 days. So, and that used to be the cheapest food out here were burritos, because they come from here. So if you have to go to the store and buy, do you have a refrigerator in your room? Do you have a stove in your room? You can even get one of those new wave hot plates. They're just induction and they work perfectly to make things you can eat, because making eggs and having toast is a lot more nutritional and a lot less expensive if you eat them on a regular basis until you don't have any anymore, than going out and getting food on the way home that's already well made. So it depends on what you want to do with your life. You want to sit here and not be of any good service except for the people in your organization, then fine. But if you really thought you were going to help other people while you were here, you should come out and really help other people that need your help. There are lots of foundations. There are lots of ways to help other people. The best way is to actually get a job in the foundation and then help from there. That's the fun part. So you get to see how they work. But otherwise, you can get jobs anywhere nowadays. You can get them online. And anything you will find now will be bigger than the $53 you get a week. And for the street people, having a regular job from 9 to 5 would be infinitely incredible than having a job from 9 to 5, then from 6 to 2, and then have to do regular chores, because supposedly I heard you're pretty much 6 days a week if needed. No, you do 5. It's not healthy to only have 4 hours of sleep if you're lucky. If you only work 5 days a week, then you can do absolutely everything you needed to do in the past week on those days, which I don't think there is enough time in the world for that, in case you are really fastidious about your cleaning. So maybe you should realize this isn't the place for you, and you need to go out and expand your horizons and do things that you thought you'd never do, like gain enlightenment or acknowledgement, or do what you've always wanted to do, be it hanging around a bunch of pause. I was thinking about it. I don't even worry about cops anymore. Wonder why. Hello, you three. It's nice to know somebody sees me. Oh, I'm so despondent. Oh my God. I'm more despondent about my bangs. Okay, let's be real. Everybody can watch me on a replay. Since yes, our bubbles keep getting shattered with it isn't as many subscribers that you need. It's all about watch hours. So I don't know. I got playlists that you can turn on and run. You can always give me a thumbs up and make sure you're still subscribed to the channel, because that's what happens. I had to keep resubscribing to Natalie's channel once 2 weeks or something like that. Every day. It was really weird. So, hi Desmond. So, yeah, I don't know what they're filming. We can go look. I mean, because, these guys are probably just, a bunch of pissed off people at this point. Because it doesn't look like they made their numbers. They had this, oh my God, that was a big dog. They're filming big dogs. Oh my God. If they're happy, they wouldn't have had a problem with bugging me. But everything was all taken care of by then. So that means we didn't have a nice day. Where was that big dog? Okay, see, we'll go in a little bit more to see what they're doing. See, they had one crowd. Maybe this is it. Ooh, that could be it. They're done. I think it was probably, or maybe it's showing off the pyramid. I mean, they've got blocks blocked off. Maybe it's a buy this people thing. You're gonna see people go by. That would be interesting, considering they're having a little problem with the, I guess there was a private club going up at the top, I would assume below the fun bar. So yeah, whatever they're doing, I think they're done now. Boring. Okay, unzoom. So, see, they have all the streets around here. I was so lucky. I got a parking space less than a block away. Lately, that hasn't been easy. So, I'm sure I ticked off the people who passed it. You can tell it's a parking space in San Francisco when they have the little pole up. It tells you where you are. So, let's go walking up the street. Let's see. Today in Scientology. They're still fighting. They're still talking about each other. I'm glad I'm in San Francisco because there's only one of me right now. You'll get cooties. Don't go in there. You don't want to be in there. Oh well, I tried. Let's see. They haven't figured out how to run this org yet, obviously. Because if they did, it would be a lot more in your face. I mean, I've only got 2 guys at the ferry building, and I saw one lady walk back with a bunch of shirts once, and somebody said there was one on like the ferry building again. That's about 4 in 6 months? No, 5 months. It'll be 6 months next month. So it's like, okay, they're not very active, and I didn't see a lot of skateboards after the hill. If that's what it was supposed to be. The hill's a renegade skateboard thing that goes down Potrero Hill, which is a pretty steep hill. So they didn't do it. This is what happens when you spend too much time in front of or playing with your curling iron. My hair just felt flat. Next thing I know, bam. Do you miss your credit history? Do you miss having credit? Do you wish that you could have credit again? It's possible. You can get credit again. You just have to know what to do. Number 1 is to get your mail or your email. Find out what your email address is that they are using to charge your stuff with. It may be different than what you have, and then you can find out that email, and then it should have all of your information in it, so you can request a new password for that email, so you'll have it to you. Or you can email to Google and tell them that's not your real email. Stuff like that, they will actually help you out with. They will not tell you you just have to have a new email address, because that's fraud, and they don't like fraud. So you find out what's in your email, you find out what's getting online, you find out how to get everything changed to a real address, which could be an address of your friend, someone you can trust to have an address for. So you start doing that, you get your credit report, you go to the library, and nothing that you wear here, including your undies, go to the main library and look it up, because they won't know that you looked it up, because when you're done, you hit settings, history, and clear. That way your history is gone. And but before you do that, you look and order a credit report. It might cost $35, sometimes it is. Experian is supposed to be free once a month from what I've heard. Or if you have a bank that you belong to, like an old account. I had my name on an account for about 30 years because it was the account of me going to my grad night, and my mom never took my name off of it. So you might have one of those sort of accounts, and if you do, you can find out all your information that way too, because you're a registered person with that account. You have the account number. You can build an account online with that number for the bank you belong to, and then you can work on it from there and find out what's going on. And then when you find out what's going on, you can figure out what is real and what is fake. In my opinion, there are a lot of fake things going on under your name that will hold you down financially. And they want you to know this because they think it will hold you down financially. It won't. You can climb out of that hole anytime. And the first thing you do, once you find out what you're in trouble for, or what you have and don't have, and what you think and don't think, is if you have any active credit cards now, before they go into collections, make them inactive. That way you still have the credit card, but you're not using it. And this way nobody else can use it. And if you have a real address, you can have copies of them sent to your real address. That's not here. You get a supporting address, get a PO box, get anything. I would say that you make friends with someone and have, or have friends that are here that miss you. Maybe you should start talking to them again so you can have an address to send to, because you should not have any information on yourself. So you make your credit cards inactive, then you go looking at the collection agencies, and the collection, they should be just along the same line as everybody else. I'm sorry. It sucks that you should have the other door open too, actually. That's a fire hazard. Now I know somebody heard me. Freaks. Oh my God, I even said that online. I put it in a stream. Whee! Huh? I don't know what that means. Oh, equals BT. Okay. All the boys are on today. Where's my fuzz? Poor baby, she's probably doing something. So everybody be nice. First nastiness, I stopped. So you guys are responsible. Let's see, what am I thinking of at the moment? What I'm thinking of at the moment is weird. I haven't seen a beer truck in ages. Like one that you think is a beer truck but isn't. That's so strange. That's it's one of those social things. So weird. What a weird day. It's like it's Thursday. Shouldn't everybody? It is Thursday, right? Yeah, Thursday. I'm off, of course, and I got to see my favorite German Shepherd today, who's 6 months old and still as hilarious as a puppy. She's on the thumbnail. She's still nothing but legs, but it was fun. I'm getting better at making appointments around my it's still there. Making appointments around my stream life. Yes, around my stream life. And that is a really cute thing. That's part of the lighting crew for real. So I guess they're being done. So that's interesting. I wonder how long they have them blocked off for. This used to be all the time here, and then Vancouver took our steam. But we're probably offering greater prices right now because we're so screwed. Oh, so it's going to go on for 3 days. Interesting. Film SF, yeah. So they're going to be doing it for 3 days. I have garages I can park in if I have to. That, and for me right now, parking farther out is a lot more healthy if you ask me. So I don't necessarily like to climb up parking garages. They're just a little too claustrophobic for me. So, do you wish you could be out with your chosen family right now, doing something constructive and maybe learning from each other about things that happened in the world? Wouldn't you rather be out here in the beautiful weather again, going to Ghirardelli Square and eating too much chocolate, or going to the wharf and wondering why there isn't crab there today, but they have great sourdough? Things like that. Things that tourists can do, because, if I don't recognize you, you're probably, and you look like a Sea Org member, you're probably from somewhere else, which means you were trafficked across the state. because they didn't ask for your yes or no. They just took you, or said you were going. And that's not necessarily a agreement to run with. So that's how you traffic humans. The specifics of the travel things, my other friends will do because they experienced it. The adults, I don't have any problem talking about because they probably don't even know they were trafficked. So don't you want to like know these people that you're making do what they don't necessarily want to do? Do you even ask them? Do you care? Does anybody in your organization, not just San Francisco, but everywhere, does anyone care? That's a good question. Is all that you care about is the little one because he's supposedly the head, the head finger snapper at the gang? It's not healthy. You should be looking out for yourself at the same time as you're looking out for someone you supposedly respect. Nothing wrong about that. It's just not healthy. Sorry, I thought I saw a Scientology across the street. Is he stopped? Can't tell. See, I blend in with the green very well, actually. You don't know. That's a thing. My God. Their outfits were outdated for centuries. Now they're freaking wearing them. You can only tell about like... that one is one. Okay. Because you can only tell by the cheap material, but if they still go by... Ooh, look at that one. They sort of glanced off each other. Maybe I should go chase that other guy. This is the tall one. He's coming over. So, they must be slipping out the back. I love it. I'm trying to be clandestine. So, he'll look back in a second. Sorry. Hi, retired Red. Whatever happened to your get-together? I never heard anything. He's still not looking back. Okay, I'm confused. Let's go find out where the other guy was. Where the other bad suit was. Is that him? I think so. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, it's him. Okay, yes, we're chasing down Scientology today. So, Papa Cat, we're getting a HelloFresh tomorrow. See, I've got to figure out some kind of bizarro game plan. Okay, he's not coming down this way. So it's coming down this way. And I'm getting more strength in my knees than I used to. So, spending 6 months chasing them around. I know I'm talking slow, I'm sorry. It's like, no, we're going the other way. I was stimulated by a German Shepherd, but where did this guy go? Halfway down the block and turn around? Interesting. This is where I wish I had a flying camera thing, but they're illegal. So, let's see. I don't see him. Even the tall guy who was a Scientology, like, stopped and looked at him. So he said something. Is it like just a gate of theirs that I can see? Because like I said, I could have swore he was, someone else. Or a regular person. So let's see. If I'm lucky, if I work these things out enough, I'll be able to start running. Just enough to, like, damage my body. Okay. Nope, I lost that one. Oh well. He's a short guy compared to the tall guy. I think the tall guy is taller than normal and he was shorter than normal. So, I'm sincerely thinking about taking this down. What do you think? And it doesn't have their name on it, so I can say, well, it doesn't have your name on it. Oh, and it did take paint off. You sons of bitches. Scumballs. Hello, let's make my world a little bit uglier, because we give a damn more about the people who play in our ugly world than they play in your pretty world. So here's another one somewhere I'll take down. But it's like, really? They just haven't moved, so I don't trust them. So we'll see if another one comes up tomorrow. If not, we'll see. Where's my little tall guy? They all go to Starbucks, so I try to figure out how long it takes to go Starbucks and how long does it come back. The short gray bob chick always goes to Starbucks. She doesn't walk a lot, so it's like, are we stalking me again? Oh my god. Couldn't we figure out something cooler to do with our days? No, because I'm here, so I'm just as bad. Hi Katie, did you have cooties? Let's see. Let's go way down. Beer truck. Okay, I get it. Yeah, it is. Someone said that's crazy. Let's see. Hi, Ocean View. Oh my god, I was thinking about you yesterday. Hi, thank you, Katie. Go take care of yourself. Yes. It's Mama Katoni. That's what they call me in back east. Mama Cat 1, all spelled out. Migraines. Oh god, yeah. I have been blessed with just beginners lately, which is really nice. And I've been learning not to freak myself out, because it doesn't help when I do that. The minute I see a spot and I start going, no, 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 no. So now it's like I see a spot and I go, hey, I don't have time for you. So I get them, I just don't get them as bad as I did. So, and I've been getting them around here, go figure. But I've been able to like hold them off until I get home. Because we all know how much we just love bright light when our brains are saying, you know, screw you, I've got a better date. I'm just gonna make you forget that you saw me. That was just Scooby. Okay, I gotta get off the proverbial Scientology pod and stop staring for the two people that aren't going to show up. I'm just trying, you know what? I'm just trying to figure out how to find these people. I want to get 6 cents for them. Yeah, migraines suck. Totally. The whales are here. Hundreds 2 days north, so I get to the coast area peeps. Oh my god, it's gorgeous weather. Yes, you should go to the Taco Bell in Pacifica. It's on the beach, and go watch the humpbacks. It's like really cool. So I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if phones caused migraines. Just as I've gotten older, mine aren't as intense as they used to be. I used to get the full ophthalmic ones where I couldn't see. And it happened at the first one I ever had was at work, and my coworkers were saying I was lying. And I couldn't figure how to prove it because I was blind. It looked like I had my fingers pressed against my eyeballs. So it was all those fluffy, the like sparkling things. And I think one of my coworkers like was behind me, another coworker was ahead of me, and they both screamed at me at the same time, and I screamed, and then went like, oh, I screamed for real, and they're like, oh, okay, and so they took me to the doctor. And that's when the doctor told me I have ophthalmic migraines, which will make me go blind. And they don't know how to fix these things. Oh, actually, they do know how to fix these things. They give you steroid tablets. I think they're steroids. I don't remember. They didn't work. Unless I got a reaction from them. I'm trying to think. When did I become alert that I was allergic to steroids? Hi. Do you have somebody with you? Do you belong to somebody? Is he yours? Oh, okay. Sorry. I was just worried about it. People should keep their animals on the leash when they're in a big city. He walked up to me. How hard is it to keep your dog on a leash? Especially a freaking poo. Those dogs can go fast the bigger they are. So a Labrador? Yeah. Actually, I think he's going somewhere. Anyway, I love it when I get self-righteous. I don't have a dog, but take care of yours. What are you working on? Yeah, they buy Starbucks. Yeah, there's a Starbucks like a block away. And so they go to that one. It's on the other side of the pyramid, and they go to that one. I'm not into following them, so I'm more into trying to get these people out. Not, if I follow them, I put them in a automatic defense mode, and I don't want to do that. Don't you wish you were out here going farther than Starbucks to going to get something to drink, like maybe going to the ferry building? It's so beautiful there right now. And you can see a lot of people who are happy who aren't in this organization. They know better. They know that they're not going to be able to advance their knowledge and become apathetic as they get older, instead of their empathy going through new heights and wonders. Your empathy will grow through your fingers if you're here for very long, in my opinion, because they teach you not to have any interest on people who are not out here, even though you're supposed to be making the world clear. That sort of contradicts each other and makes you a bunch of hypocrites, unfortunately. So if you gotta be part of everybody to clear the world, then you need to be more empathetic about what's going on in this world than just sit there and watch it from your side and say we're all devils. I don't believe in religion, so I don't believe I'm the devil. So that takes care of that argument. So, and if I'm a suppressive person, aren't I supposed to be like corralled up to change myself into not being a suppressive person and into understanding what you're doing and taking your guidance and running with it, of course at a time? What happens when people, run out of all their money, their credit cards, their houses, everything? What do you do then? Just drop them like a hot potato? Or do you put them in the Sea Org and then work their ways through the rest of their lives trying to pay off what they had? If you're in there doing that aspect of it, you can walk out of that door without a freeloader's bill, because they're not enforceable here. It's the bureaucracy of religion that they cannot enforce the freeloader debt. So you can walk out that door and not die, not get pneumonia, and not tear down the foundation of your club, because it doesn't work that way. So you'll get your old friends back. You may lose people that you know from here, but I wouldn't call them friends, because if you say something that's wrong, they turn you in, and friends don't do that. So you get your old friends back. Probably the first person you ever had to declare is the person you can start out with being nice to again, because they were probably the most important person in your life. And they wanted to make sure you got that person out of your life so they wouldn't have anything to fight for. So you can go to sptvfoundation.org, the sptvfoundation.org, sptvfoundation.com, and the sptvfoundation.com. Hi, Ricky in a Beam. I don't remember that name before. No, I'm not familiar with it, so I won't. Sorry. Okay, I don't know what you're trying. Let's see where this may be. Okay. Brad, is Ricky a decent person, or is he talking gibberish? Since I don't have a moderator today. What there is so corrupt? Okay, so we're not going to answer me now? I have 36 minutes. I guess I can get off if I have to. Or just take care of you myself, because I don't know who you are. Anyway, you know, it all has to happen sooner or later. I think it's amazing that I've been off of the antagonistic list for some reason. Sir wanted to say yesterday, I am not a plant. I just got beautiful luck. So you're just telling me the lawsuits and stuff. But don't necessarily deal with the lawsuits here, because I'm a lot more focused into history and, okay, just, I trust you. But the lawsuits, no, we don't go in lawsuits. They take way too long. It's hard to explain them, and a lawsuit can have a different addendum in one day. So I don't really do lawsuits, so try to get the people out. I try to work on the tax exempt status. I don't do the CSA because I was CSA'd for a very long time when I was a child, so I can't talk about it and be happy. Do read legalese, but it's sort of not that kind of thing. It's more of a, wouldn't it be great to get these people out? And yeah, see, legalese is a pain in the butt. It's like I can translate it like Shakespeare, believe it or not. I understand Shakespeare and I understand legalese, but explaining it is a pain in the ass, because it's like you have to go back up to explain it again, and then it's like read a line, try and explain it, read a line, explain it. Okay, well, that's not the important part. Then you go down to the bottom of the paragraph and go, this is the important part. Or just, here, read this. What don't you understand? So, SP English? What is that? Hi, Amy M. What is that, Ricky? Or just you trying to distract me? Yeah, no, I actually love doing the read this, what don't you understand? And once they believe, I am in California. Why? I'm in San Francisco. So what is SP or SP English? Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I'm in San Francisco. I'm in Northern California. I've been here for 6 months. 5 months, sorry. 5 to 6 days a week. Where is this SP English at? Auditing who? Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I don't speak Spanish. I'm not Mexican. If I did speak Spanish, it'd be European Spanish, that clicky stuff, because I'm Portuguese and Spanish. I'm mostly Pueblo and Inuit. So I don't do TikTok. Last time I did TikTok, I within a week, all I kept getting every day for updates were women scantily dressed. So okay. So I'm not in the LA org, I'm in the San Francisco org. Do you know anybody in the San Francisco org? Hi, Robert James. Oh my God, I forgot again, didn't I? I got totally distracted because the bird brain was eating her hair again, and I figured out what was wrong. Hi, Chris 7514. So yeah, I'm probably due it on my way home tonight. Sit in the parking space and watch them. I'm not busy. I just get distracted. This is where the brain fog is like really a pain in the butt. It's for real. So it's like I haven't looked up the 2 other credit agencies besides Experian to get put your credit on hold and stuff like that. So it's like it's just distraction. It's like it's the biggest thing. ADD, brain fog. Oh, welcome to hell. So it's like, okay, this is bizarre. Oh, I remember as I'm literally laying down, and I did something yesterday that I did that too. And since Papa Cat's not here right now, it's easy to get distracted when you have 2 fur balls who want you to pay attention to them. So, and I want a dog. Can you believe that? Suki's gonna find me a Cavalier King Charles at the shelter. Because she's a sweetheart. Where is Fuzz? That is so weird. She probably sent me an email to tell me what was going on, and I didn't see it because I had lunch today with a friend of mine. Okay, just went through. I have my ringer still on. That's so wrong. You made me snarfle on that when you know that. I did it as small as I could. It was a Amazon deal day thing too. It was Godfather, and it was probably the one that's been cut together, which I just do not understand. So Chris, okay, or Chris. So yes, I bought a movie, but what movie did I buy? It was something hella cheap. That should tell you where I come from. And I don't remember what it was. And I wound up watching, Gilded Age, podcasts and explaining the characters, because it's going to be coming back in a minute. And I want it back now. Hi, Fuzz! I was worried. Aw, bye, Tsuki. Have fun with the puppies. Have fun with your kitten. How's your kitten? I keep forgetting to ask. You should put a picture of your kitten up so we can see. You know, because everybody loves a good kitten. Oh. So, Fuzz, can you take a look at the people back? Actually, I know he's supposed to be okay, but it still was a little weird. Can you look or tell me if Ricky in a beam is okay? It was disjointed. It was really weird. It just sort of rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm actually paying attention to my instincts from now on. So no offense to Red, I I don't know. The questions are weird. And, you know, I can't tell things. I'm so isolated up here that it's like, I am so glad I am the Forgotten City feed. So, do you miss your friends? Do you miss your family? Do you miss your chosen family? Do you wish that you were out here walking up and down North Beach getting pizza or going to Chinatown and getting Chinese food and being able to linger wherever you want for longer than your appropriated time and being able to have discussions and not just proselytizations to each other about how wonderful your club is? Wouldn't you like to talk about something else for a change? Like, you know, what is the weather going to be like for the next 5 days? Or you should see my room that I have that I'm sharing with other people. Or do you like this outfit? You know, regular stuff people talk about instead of just speaking and proselytizing Scientology and not being able to ask questions and not even being able to have like a study group for the course that you're in, which is very weird. I mean, not only do they keep you from talking to the outside world, they keep you from talking to each other. That's not healthy. I do not know how you could handle not talking to each other every day. Lord knows I talk my butt off. So it's just something. It's like when you're bored, do you just stare at each other, or do you have to read your course books, or do you have to make a phone call? Is there any really bored time in the organization? Are you guys in trouble for today because, you know, you didn't make your numbers? Because we all know that Thursdays suck unless you're doing well. And with your organization president here, you probably won't be doing very well because the powers that be don't like skateboarders in San Francisco. And it's a little heated more now because if the Hill thing happened 2 weeks ago, they're really not into skateboarders right now because that was illegal. Taking over somebody's hill that people live on, that was illegal. Happens every month. Happens every year. They still don't like it. So he should have been in Venice or something, not in San Francisco. Doesn't make any sense. So you would have been better off with a tech head. Then you could have found out some things like to advance your technology. But I mean, because you've got a lot of technology to catch up on. You probably still use CRTs. So I'm sorry, you guys need to come into the modern age. It's not ugly out here. It's rather interesting, and we can find out everything we want to. The internet is not bad. If it was, it wouldn't be around for 30 years. Did you ever think of that? Freaks. So, I don't know. Let's see. Hi, Pup Groomer. How are you? I gotta watch your diamond painting one of these days. So, Suki left me. I think I had a dream once when she was bringing me a pumpkin, and it was like, oh my God, you found one. Okay, just making sure. I mean, he hasn't. Okay. If he comes back and says something weird, the Spanglish thing just sort of like, okay, it was somebody. It's like, just doesn't seem nice to say. So, and which weirdly enough I can say because my father was adopted off the reservation because my grandmother died in birth, and he was given to my mother's sister. So she was married to a Garcia. Mexican. I was brought up, half my family was Mexican. I was brought up because my dad was the only one from his mother. So my family actually, my mother wouldn't let them teach me Spanish. She was a snob. There are snobs in every race, trust me. She said she regretted it later. She did apologize, but I was like, I wish you would have. And the kids would always talk, when they always wanted to talk about something, they'd say it in Spanish. So I love my family on that side, and I wish they wouldn't have been so afraid of my mother. It's like natural intimidation's a pain in the butt. But Yeah, we have the wet house, the white, I can't even say it right anymore, wet house, the white kids. So my mother spoke Spanish. That was the thing. She didn't speak it often, but somebody came up to her in a store parking lot and said something. My mother gave her an answer in a sentence, and I looked at her. I was 13 at the time. I looked at her and I go, "You speak Spanish?" And she's like, "No, I don't." I go, "Mom, that was not a no, a C, or a K. You speak Spanish." And she was like, "Yes, so." And then that's when I got on her case. So, yeah. Well, that's the thing. If I'd have been, okay, you're a protester. Not every protester gets along with another protester. That's why it's like, right now, we're not doing that all together thing. That got ruined earlier. So, let's see. My widow. Okay. I'm reading the I know, Dad. So, no, Amy, I wish I would have learned. My mother said she was sorry she didn't let me learn Spanish because it's Northern California. It's bilingual, straight up. You know, the Mission, Fruitvale. It's as bad as like the German section or you know, the French section back in the old days. There are people who didn't speak English, so, or didn't want to. So she apologized, and I said, "Thanks, Mom." The only advantage I have about being in a bilingual place would be that my sister was brought up in France. So I want to go to Paris with her, because she'll be, you know, they'll look at the American like she's crazy, but the one who can speak French, she goes to Paris, I think, once a year. So, we're all SPs. Just by protesting, we're SPs. What? Like I said, TikTok for me, literally within 5 days, I'm getting nothing but women with skirts hiked up. It's like, I didn't know I registered on TikTok as a smarmy skirt chaser. So, yes, they do. Actually, I think in Oakland, they've been doing the bilingual thing on the Flatlands for a while now. You learn English and Spanish. And that's also, you know, it's like, great. The city I grew up in does it now, but didn't do it when I was a kid. What's the laughing guy for? Okay. I don't know. I guess you're going to have to prove that you're an okay dude. You're giving me those crosshairs. So let's go back to credit. Finding out what you have in credit and what you can do to bring it down so you can leave the situation, because this may not be what you want to do, and you can't leave because you're under the impression that if you leave, you'll be destitute and sick and dead. And it doesn't work that way. There are places that will help you come out of there. But before you come out, if you want to ask questions your own self about things, go to your local public library and find the communal computers. Look up things like your credit report. Have them... I forgot. Sorry. Freaks. There's a guy like listening to me that's standing next to the door. And I mean, he's just stopped doing what he's doing and listening to me. And it's like, nope, not going there. So... yeah, and I know Good. I'm partly a Good girl just because he's cute, you know, hey. I like the fact he's also hyper intelligent, so it doesn't help being cute and smart. And it's like, no wonder he has a fan club. But I also feel he's a good guy. You could just sort of tell these things. So, and it's not just Scientology. He's got other causes too. He's got a cause for the streets of LA. So he's important. He lives there. You know, he wants to be ensconced in his neighborhood, which is good to keep, I don't know, corrupt police actions down at bay, change things. It's like he's doing what we all are trying to do, is basically go from the ground roots. It's like I would love to have the brains and fortitude that he has, because he does. He's doing great. I will never put him down. I always support him, and that's just the way it is. I actually also support Jess, because Jess is really fun. It's like everybody loves to put Jess down because she, you know, she makes money, and it's like, okay, so what? Hey, if you're gonna make money off yourself, make money off yourself. Just don't get, you know, just don't get in a dangerous situation. That's 6 months ago. That's when I started watching them. Do you wish you were out here enjoying yourself, thinking about what you can be getting instead of thinking about how fast you need to get something to get back here, to get on a computer and to get on the phone and to try to make more money than you did last week? That's not a very healthy way to think. You're inviting anxiety into your life just by existing in this club, because that's all they want to do is keep you anxious the whole time you're alive. So okay, we'll see. So where was I? Oh yeah, coming out here and becoming a human being. No, see, you are a human being. There's nothing wrong with that. You're just, and it's not misguided. Those are all like cheap words. You're in a different mindset because someone has sold you a mindset that you think works for you, and you haven't come to the realization, or you haven't admitted that it doesn't work for you, that you are not made for this. You were at one time, they got you when you were at a low place, but honestly, you're smart, too smart for this when it comes down to it. When your life is back to what you consider normal, it's not all because of this place. And you are smart because they love to take people who are at their down low that are smart, because they can always make something from them or for them, or use them to make something. So it's not like it's a bad thing you were in there. When you get out, you can say, I got out, and that's all that's going to matter to a lot of people. And you'll have a lot of support out here, probably from people you don't even know. If you want, you don't have to. You can leave and never come back and never touch any of this again. This isn't a prerequisite. You don't have to go through all of these hoops and ladders to leave. The SPTVFoundation.com, they will not out you. They will not tell people who you are. They will not even acknowledge your existence. They will keep you as under the radar as you want, because we know there's a big faction of ex-Scientologists out here who want nothing to do with us, who want to be invisible, and that is fine. And that's why people like me, the Never Ends, are doing things. We're doing them in proxy for them with what they might want us to do, but we're not involving anybody who says that they don't want to, because that's the way it is. So if you want to compare it to LRH, it can't be, because we will never hide your face from anything like they do with you guys. You know, you're not allowed to show anybody a face at all, because you might get, you know, caught. And that's not the way it should be thought. It should not be thought of you being caught. It's that people who are important to you are seeing your face and seeing that you're alive and that you might be thriving. If you're upset, then they may come to look for you because they're your family. You could do it for your best friend. A lot of people don't have their own blood family and have their friends who they treat as family. That's what a chosen family is. And if they want to protect you, or maybe even just want to talk to you, I think you guys as a club should let them start talking to them, because it seems more like a cloister than a club, freaks. Thanks, Wes. Let me see. Okay, the sun's turning because I sit in the shadow of my hello, Misfit 76. So yeah, actually I think I'm getting better. I completely zoned out. I think I was just paying attention to all the pot stirring that has been going on, and it really sort of dinged my enthusiasm. But I was actually, when I went to go see the puppy that's on the thumbnail, talking to her about what was going on was actually, it helped my enthusiasm. So I think I need to see people if I get low marks in my enthusiasm level, you know, and think nobody cares, nobody's watching, nobody's going to do what I want, nobody's going to do what I don't want, nobody's going to do anything. I am insignificant. I'm just out here just beating my head against a bright iron fence, and it's not getting clean. So I've gotten past it. I think I've gotten past it. I think that last little speech helped, being able to like expand my own horizons again and maybe get a little bit of my bubble going again. And look, there are 3 people in that Waymo. We've got to go on that one of these days, you guys. Try to remember to look it up when I get home. They're only in San Francisco. Nobody allowed them off the bridge. So in the last ruling was like a month ago, maybe 2 months. So it's like, no, they're not allowed off the bridge. They're not allowed past. I don't even think they're allowed to go to the airport. SFO is in Burlingame, so it has to be here. And weirdly enough, they must have had an update, because I haven't seen any on a curb in a couple of days. Of course, I just jinxed them now. So, so yes, please, people, hit the like button, subscribe to me. Remember to keep checking every day if you're still subscribed to me. That is part of the reason I want to start memberships. I can't remember who it was. Someone does a free membership, and that's probably because then you don't get kicked off the subscription. So it's like, I want to do memberships so I can keep everybody, because you'll get cooties. You'll wish you were out here with me, like talking to other people. Sorry. Was that somebody going in? What's up, hairdos? They all have perfect hair. The guys. It's always weird when the guys have better hair than the women. It's just one of those things that make you go, I forgot what I was talking about. I hate that. But yeah, people were complaining that there weren't a lot of us online right now. It's like, you know what? We're volunteers. It's summertime. Be happy that you have people like me who don't go anywhere in the summertime, because I don't like going to places that are hot. So I may disappear in wintertime if I ever get to go on another vacation again. So it's like, there are people who can, you know, it's good for the seasons. It's like, it gets weird. Yeah, this morning it was a little weird not finding anybody, but there are other things to catch up on. Hell, there are, who is it? Kim was reading Scientology. I have to find her. You know, things to run like that in the background. So it's like, people need to realize that we're a volunteer nation. We're independently owned and operated, and there are channels. So it's not to be aggressive. It's just people need to be a little bit more understanding. The non-understanding, I want it now culture doesn't work with something like this. You don't get it now. You get it as it comes along. So sometimes I always think my chat is off. Anyway. So yeah, no, this is going to be like my monologue on this. Yes, Miss Kim was the one who was reading the books, which was great. It's what I missed from Liz Ferris when she left. You're gonna get cooties. It's bad for you. You're never gonna wake up. There'll be a cootie on your head for the rest of your life. Don't know why you'd want to belong there. It's not good for you. Yeah, when Liz Gale used to also talk about stuff from Scientology, I thought she was amazing, and I really wasn't. I would just be amazed and stunned how she could do it. And then she took time off, and it was like, yeah, that's what we all need to do. If you think you need to take time off, time off. We were all still there with her when she came back. We're all still there with her when she does her. So you guys can't get Starbucks, huh? You had to go the other way. Cooties! You know, we gave her we still love her. We take her back, you know, it's nothing wrong. She's a second gen. She has it a lot weirder than we do. Is Miss Kim a never in? Fuzz, is Miss Kim a never in? Because that would actually make sense in the paradigm, is that she can read these books without problems because she's a never in. Because no, we'll never understand the minutia of Scientology. It is just nuts, you know. And then there are other people who do Scientology but are exposing other things right now. And there's always Streets, who has his Streets and has his Scientology. And there are people there that he is, you know, real friends with. That real friends is a nice way to put it. They aren't just protester friends. There are people he has vegan burritos with. So, you know, it's just the way it goes. The book, I have to get the name of the book and write it on my arm. That says, you know, naturally a year. It's the people who are more tenacious than can keep it up. Yeah, Miss Kim is never in. That's probably why she could read the books, because we don't have anything attached to it like they do. And there are things that probably they don't remember or want to remember. So having a never in, I wish I could get the books. But, you know, everybody on eBay has figured it out, and the books are now for sets. The cheapest I've seen is $300. So I've seen a red set and a green set for $2,000. It's like, I should have gotten it before or when I first saw the aftermath. But, because it's actually good for the brain fog too to read. So I was reading out loud. Maybe that's what I should just start doing on another channel. Is just start reading Jane Austen, whatever public books are out there. So, or see what you can read. I would love to read banned books. I have I have bookmarkers that say I read banned books. It's from Move On. Back when we were doing those things, it was fun. So yes, I think some things should be handed off to us never-ends, because we can handle it differently. If it's something difficult, like me with the CSA, it's too difficult for me, and I know there are other people doing it. I would be handing it out. So I wouldn't last more than a week, a day, if I had to talk about CSA all the time. So, and how I keep people from asking about it, and it's very straightforward, and I can actually say it without crying, is I was pawned off for I was given away 3 days a week for an early Sizzler dinner. And that's the PG version of it. The TMI version of it is worse. So that's why I don't think people bug me. Are you guys going in?
No.
Good. Why do people take these pictures? Why do you take the picture?
I think it's just fascinating to see something like this in San Francisco, and to see that it was a very cool building for a very long time.
This building became that building.
What was that?
This building became
this
that
building.
building.
Oh.
Yes, this was the first Transamerica building, and then when they bought the pyramid, they moved to there.
Oh, wow.
The original people who owned it were called the Fugazi brothers. One of the Fugazi brothers made Transamerica.
Oh.
So, and if you look up on the second or third floor as you're walking by, it says Transamerica.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, no, this is a historical landmark, and which is good because that meant that Scientology can't mess with it.
That's so good.
They can't take stuff out, and because there's a whole marble foyer in the back that is probably, from what it seems like from some of these, it might be just veneer, but they would have taken it down and destroyed it. So, yeah, no, it's a beautiful building, and that's why the Scientology isn't against the whole building.
Oh yeah, it's meant
Yeah,
to.
because they can't deface it.
Why move into a building like this if they can't?
Because it's pretty and people like you watch.
And it gives credibility.
And you'll read the sign and go, oh, what about a personality test? It's like, actually, I should find out what the, I think there are 3 different ways it's answered, and I should actually start yelling those out.
Oh, are you live streaming right now?
Yes, I'm actually one of the Scientology protesters.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what's the goal of the Scientology?
There are 3 different goals. There's one to get rid of their tax-exempt status because they qualified them.
Church.
Yeah. Even though they don't do charity inside or outside, and that's supposed to be what's part of a religious church, and that's back from the 1200s, things like that. Then there's the child trafficking, which is you don't ask your parents, you take them to another, state, country, whatever. That's child trafficking. Making the children work too young, making them work on auditing tools. When someone holds the cans and somebody's across, there were people paying a large amount to have children audit them. So, and it's like confession.
Interesting. Oh,
yes.
So it's like, oh, wow.
Yes. So there's religion, there's tax exempt. Well, I sort of covered the CSA with it.
Yeah,
but yeah, that and they don't treat their old people right. They turn them into either light janitorial or caterers. They don't like old people, but they can't get rid of them because the old people don't even have Social Security because they've been working for them. And if you're in they call it the C store, which is the ones who are completely done their 3 seconds fees, they do it. They only get paid $47 or $53 a month. They usually live 6 to a room, and they have to buy all of their food and accessories and live here, which was it the 2nd or 3rd highest cost of living in the country. Yeah, so yeah, it's those are the things that people are. We've got 200 protesters around the world now. So, and like I said, some people are about the CSA. I'm about the getting them out. They're called second gens. These are all the people who left out that parents were in it. A couple of them have said that what made them start thinking about things was that the protester was out front yelling.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so because they're not allowed to go on the internet either.
Isn't the girl from The Handmaid's Tale in it?
Yes. And weirdly enough, I've not watched The Handmaid's Tale because I like the book way too much. I didn't want it messed up. So yes, but I've heard, she is in it. And so is Tom Cruise, and so is John Travolta, and Tom Cruise is the biggest cheerleader because he gets everything done by them. He bought a hangar, they refurbished it for him with Sea Org members. Of course, these are people who don't know necessarily how to do it and aren't getting paid extra for it. So Tom Cruise loves this place because he's waited on hand and foot. I will think it's rather interesting when he's not important anymore what will happen. So, yeah, John Travolta supposedly is trying to get out because his son had, I think, some kind of a stroke and died, and it could have been fixed because they're not into doctors either. Kirstie Alley got cancer, died 2 weeks later.
Wow. Okay, well,
because she was
here, but it was so
stage
nice
4.
Are you on socials anywhere? Where did it go?
Actually, my YouTube name is Club Brain Fog.
Excellent, yeah.
And you can always look at sptv.space.
Good to know. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Bye. No, a lot of people take these pictures, and I just finally asked why. So, I'm now reading a cult picture. No, that was two. That was two. They actually both looked interested. And one of these days, what I should do is go, let's go for a drive. I'll get more up to date on my, I don't think this sticks out like a sore thumb, do you? I'll make a good historical conversation. Is that him? Is that him? I think it's him. I think it's our daddy. I think that's him. They were trying to distract me. I think it is him. Where is he? He's right there. Do you see him? I think that's him. It is Thursday. He would be here for Thursday. Anybody see him? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. I bet you it was him. Whenever I see him, it's a Thursday. Okay. So, nice try. I got to see him. So, we got to see him. We got to see the person who doesn't need to be here. Mr. Cairo. Well, actually, yeah, for the 10 yesterday, I told him no. We do video talking when he's done helping his mom. And so we were doing videos going. Okay, some guy's collecting these. Maybe they'll be open tomorrow? Are you putting them back down tomorrow? No. So that's it?
Yeah.
Thank you. What were you?
The only reason we put more days is the fog.
Yes, we are.
So we had to clear the fog. We got it, so we're done.
Climate change.
It's all going down.
It's gorgeous here now, yeah.
No, I love it.
It's weird.
I know.
What were you doing?
The new owner of the pyramid is doing a giant remodel.
Yeah, I know.
He's going to turn it into an AI center.
Okay, yes, right. And he's going to put a bar on the very top.
Yeah, there, and it's going to have 4 restaurants, a private gym, and those buildings on the other part of the property, he's putting more floors on the one.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be a giant AI center.
Okay, yeah. Tell him to not make the firemen unhappy, considering that's the hook and ladder crew.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's like if he takes the sun away from them, they're not going to be happy.
No, they won't do that.
Okay, so thank you for letting me know. So, yes, I know he couldn't count the 10 because I wasn't talking to him. I was actually trying to find he was showing the pictures of the building back in the day. So it was like, I wanted to see what it was gonna, what it looked like. I did seem like I scared him. I don't think he was my normal guy. So, and yeah, we saw Cairo. I wonder where he runs off to. Oh, he's probably parked in a garage. That's why he went. So how did he went all the way around, or did he leave by the garbage door? We have the garbage door. So I wonder if he did. So, and yeah, a promotional thing for the pyramid. Yeah, 3 days fog. We don't get fog anymore. It's beautiful but weird. Makes me miss the city so much more. It's easy when it was foggy all the time. Then you didn't miss the city. Anyway, my friends, one more time. I saw your guy walk by. He must be parked in a garage. I know what that car looks like now. So now you know mine and I know his, and we can all live happily free in a peaceful society where you don't talk about aliens all the time and tell your people that there were volcanoes thousands and thousands of years before that got dropped off frozen bodies and then dropped hydrogen bombs and exploded them, and they all became souls, and you call them thetans. I like calling them cooties because that's all it is. It's a myth. It is something you made up. It's by Milton and Bradley. Is that something you really want to deal with for the rest of your life? Is that you're just got a bunch of cooties? Oh, Don't you rather be out here having a life, not worrying about making the next dollar from something, not worrying about the coursework that you're supposed to be doing that you don't understand? Because if you tell them you understand, then you'll have to, or if you tell them you don't understand, then you'll have to take it all over again. And you never know. There might have been another printing while you were taking the original one. So you have to go back down that course and buy a new one. Is that what you really want to do? Have to keep buying these books that really don't mean anything once you bought them and went on with them. And you can't get rid of them from what I've heard. You look at Leah Remini's closet, it's full and said cost her about $2 million. So you shouldn't be picking on somebody just because they're an actor. It doesn't work that way. It's not a hierarchy. The bozo said, LRH said what you can afford. So if you can't afford 250 like most people do, it'd probably be half. And since he's trying to get children in Inglewood, because that's where the new places are, it won't work. I think people are above that. This is the 2020s. This is the modern age. Stop acting like you're in the 1950s. He's gone. He's not coming back. I'm sorry. Should probably close up those houses too and put everything that he has in those football field storage places. You can now put probably on a 5x7 hard drive. So have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Yesterday I saw that your doors were open after I left. I got to come back again. Huh. So I'll probably come right back. Keep your eyes open. What are you looking for? What's the address? 8? What's the street? 8 Columbus. I think it's the back door. Go to where you see the brass and glass doors. They put that 8 crap down. Ugh. So, do we have somebody to go to? Buzz. You guys are all sleeping, aren't you? No, what should I say? It's freaking 2 o'clock. What do you mean you're not paying attention to me? I have to learn how to do something funny that'll make you guys go, ooh, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, well, you know what? Okay, Buzz. Here is, I think I'm too close. Here is very, I know, of course they do. Yes, tell Cheryl that I sent you and she rocks. So there's my pyramid. I'm going to be done now. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Ciao, Bellas.